A stimulus check by Christmas, maybe $1,200, maybe $600, maybe nothing. Lawmakers are still discussing it. Hey everybody, my name's Jason. You can call me JJ. You're watching Boom Bear Bust. It's Tuesday, or no, it's Thursday rather, December 17th, 2020. So if you think a one-time stimulus check is going to be the solution for this economy, then you probably believe that this guy right here holding this money is real. All right, so let's get into the odds and the likelihood and what type of stimulus are being looked at, or at least being discussed by lawmakers. All right, now this is being widely reported, and I tried to get the most recent articles that I could. This just came out this morning, December 17th. Stimulus checks could get you $1,200, $600, or nothing. The $908 billion bipartisan proposal initially did not have stimulus payments. It focused instead on providing unemployment benefits or enhanced unemployment benefits, or more likely a continuation of the current unemployment benefits that are scheduled to, as of now, scheduled to end at the end of December. So this would add on another 16 weeks, that's about 4 months. But a last-minute addition to the package could include another round of checks. They're saying here most likely it's going to be $600 per person, and that would be half of what we saw back in March under the CARES Act. That payout was $1,200 per person. Parents and people with dependents also got an extra $500 per child. And about 160 million Americans received the last check through the CARES Act back in March. Some people received it later, but it was approved in March. One of the lawmakers named Mr. Hawley from Missouri, he pledged to force a vote on the proposal before lawmakers adjourn for the year on December 18th. Today's the 17th, so that is tomorrow, Friday. So we may hear something by the end of the day tomorrow as far as a final yes or no on the stimulus check. Okay, most of you know this. Here's the thing, it's just kicking the can down the road. This is not going to fix anything. It may help temporarily, but this $600 is not even going to pay for rent in most cities because of the inflation, because of the rising costs. And why is that? Because we have bankers and lawmakers that will not allow deflation. They will not allow the cost of living to adjust to match what the income levels are. Right? It's simple, just allow prices to correct, but they don't want to do that. It's continuous market propping, it's continuous endless printing, most of you know that, combined with the lockdowns and the destruction of the people's economy and jobs, especially for the middle class. And we saw another 800,000 plus unemployment number or new jobless filings last week. Right? So this thing's not getting better. Yes, it's going to be nice to get a stimulus check for many people, but anyone thinking this is going to be a long-term solution, you know, again, ho, 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 Santa Claus is going to be visiting you this Christmas. And it's very uneven as far as who it's going to assist. This is out of Yahoo Finance. Senator Warner, it's not progressive at all to give stimulus checks to the employed if it costs the jobless, right? So the argument here is, why are we just sending stimulus checks out to everyone, including people that currently have jobs, and including millionaires? All right, well, actually, if it's like the last one, millionaires won't get it, but we know that these programs are highly flawed, and a lot of times it doesn't go to the people that really need the help the most. So the argument being made here is, why don't we just send the check out or use all the funds for the unemployed and completely skip sending a check to people that currently have jobs? Well, the problem with that is, even the people that have jobs, a lot of them are barely scraping by or not scraping by. They had to move in with relatives, people that are living out of their vehicles, out of their motorhomes, you name it. Now, if this does get approved, how long will it take for the stimulus check to show up in your bank account? Well, here's the answer. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin said the following, quote, "I can have them out immediately. So, if I could get that passed tomorrow, I could start printing them the following week. We did it the first time. I can get 50 million payments really quickly, a lot of it into people's direct accounts," unquote. You know, isn't it interesting that the lawmakers in this case had to debate back and forth for months and months and months In the meantime, in the background, we have unlimited trillions for propping up of the banks, the Fed's endless purchases of bonds, treasuries, securities, ETFs, you name it. The world's largest defense budget continues to get passed without any problems. Now let's go over to Twitter sphere just to get a little input on this. This was tweeted out by Pingadab. When you hear the next stimulus check is going to be only $600, hashtag stimulus checks now. Yeah, a lot of people are making this face that this rabbit is making because this $600 is barely going to get maybe a month's rent in some cities, not in most cities, and many cities that's going to be maybe 1/3 of the rent, unfortunately. Pat the Progressive tweeted out the following: $600 isn't a stimulus check, it's a quote, "we hope this wards off the riots" check, and it's not going to do that. So he thinks that there's going to be more riots, more unrest, and I think if something big isn't passed here in the next few weeks, I'm not talking about just a stimulus check, I'm talking about something huge to transform the entire monetary system. I think there is going to be massive unrest, more protests, more homelessness, and even if it's a $1,200 stimulus check this round, this is not enough considering the level of economic devastation, the new unemployment numbers. We see those every week. They're not getting better. Right? The cost of living is not coming down. They're keeping the markets propped up. They're keeping, of course, the stock market, the housing market. A propped up stock market doesn't help people pay their rent unless they're cashing out their 401k. Right? So do we need to see everyone drain their retirement accounts in order just to keep a roof over their head, to keep themselves fed and their family fed? Looks like that's what might be happening if this something bigger is not implemented. And again, a stimulus check, yes, it'll be nice for some people, but it's a band-aid on a broken leg. All right, it's duct tape on a flat tire. It's not going to fix anything long term. Richard Ojeda tweeted out the following regarding rents and the $600 check. There isn't a single state where the average rent is less than $600 a month. People are being evicted, going hungry, losing jobs, and Congress wants to throw breadcrumbs at them while patting each other on the back. I think that sums it up pretty well. So there you have it, folks. Pretty sad time in our country where people are begging and hoping for a check that won't even pay a month's rent. It's pretty sad. It could get real ugly. Something huge has to be done. I do expect major things to unfold here 6 weeks or sooner, so before the end of January. And I expect shocking events to unfold, and it could be any day now. It could be as late as the late January date that I've been mentioning here in the past couple weeks. So stay prepared, everybody. This could get ugly. This country is in a world of hurt. And that's most people. Yes, there's a small, I'd say maybe 30% of people, like we reported just a couple episodes ago, about 30% of people are not feeling the effects of this downturn. But let's say you're a business owner and you're doing pretty well at this time. What's going to happen when all your customers are completely broke, right? So this is going to go more and more up to the top. The more people that get financially wiped out, then a lot more of the successful people are going to feel it, because if you have customers, you're going to feel the impact of this economic situation, and it's not going to be pretty. Again, we need a miracle. I'm praying for this country. It's looking bad. I hope something flies out of left field that no one expects to transform this entire system, but it's not looking too likely. So stay prepared, everybody. Stay well, stay safe. Bye for now, everybody. Peace.